All right. Akim, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Akim Millington, born and raised in Trinidad and Tobago. Basically came to the U.S. for a better life, better opportunity. Lived in Miami, Florida at first, moved to Wheaton, Illinois, right outside of Chicago. Played football, played sports, football, track and field, wrestling, baseball, basketball. Grew up fishing, hunting, spearfishing was one of my favorite activities, still is. Flying kites, cooking, just a lot of outdoor activities as a whole, you know. Um,
Good, good.
Played football for the New Orleans Saints professionally. Backtrack a little bit. Let's see, played for University of Oklahoma. Was there for the championship. We lost both of them, LSU and the USC.
Good
Sugar Bowl
school.
and
I
the
actually attended that school too.
Boomer Sooner baby, Sugar
Yeah,
Bowl and
Boomer
the
Sooner.
Sugar Bowl and the Orange Bowl. Left, transferred. When you're young, things happen. You know, you live and learn, right? Left, went to University of Illinois, finished
Oh,
up with the Rose Bowl. During the Rose Bowl is when I got hit,
okay.
and that's when everything started, occurring, to say
Hmm.
the least. I got hit. I remember. I want to say in the second or third quarter, and it was like a
Right.
quick little pop. Got hit by the middle linebacker. I think my head may have been a little bit down and short, but for the best of my recollection, I hit him head up, and it was just an awkward feeling, like a quick sharp pain. Didn't
Quick
think
sharp pain. Did that pain linger there, or did it travel down your?
it was there. The game was on July 1st.
Okay.
The Rose Bowl, right? I felt that pain probably for about the next 3 to 5 days when I went back to Oklahoma. It was just sporadically on and off.
Oh,
I noticed it when I was
interesting.
walking up the steps the most and down the steps, and I put pressure on one leg. It's like, and it just felt awkward. Went away, toughed it out, and I got invited to play in the All-Star game on Hawaii in the Hula Bowl. The night of the game, I was attacked and assaulted by 12 Samoans in the bathroom, and that's when life took a different course, obviously,
Hmm.
career-wise, right? But I moved on and I went and played, got a contract with the New Orleans Saints, a 3-year contract, played for about 7 or 8 months or so due to the injury.
I see.
So the injury, right? Basically, I had about, I was, right now I'm 6'5", 250 pounds. When I was playing football, I was 6'5", 300 and probably 25 to 335 pounds, depending on what I had for lunch that day, right?
Interesting.
Um, so, so basically, I'm at the urinal. I had 12 guys. I went to the restroom. I heard a lock behind the door, and it was me and about 10 or 12 guys in the restroom, as big as myself. Well, when I was 300 plus pounds, and I got choked out. I got choked from the back. Got hit in the face with a bottle, and I was thrown to the ground. While I was being choked, I was kicked in the face by many individuals. And on my way to push up, in the push-up position, trying to get up, is when someone had the bright idea to jump on my back.
That's not
And
good.
ignorance and negativity does a hell of a lot for individuals, and with no leadership and no guidance, right?
Right.
So one person did it, then you had a couple more guys that you know wanted to get in on the fun per se. So while I was being choked and still trying to fight the guy off to my right and being kicked in the face, I had about 3 or 4 guys that were 300 plus or so pounds, I'd say at least. Took the liberty and jumped on me numerous times. That's when I felt a pop, and it felt as if it was a release per se, and I felt like a lot of the air came out of my from my lungs and from inside of me, big gasp of air.
Did you lose consciousness when that happened?
I lost
Oh,
consciousness,
okay.
and I wouldn't say it's a spiritual quest per se, but that's a whole nother story, and that's a whole nother part of the chapter we'll get into a different time. But
Okay.
back to the injury, So basically, fast forward back here in the mainland, I saw my specialist at the University of Illinois. They said, hey, L4, L5, L5S1, you have a bulging disc, we believe. You also have stenosis in the lumbar region. From what I realized, it's the narrowing of the spinal column, and you squeeze it, to that extent. Basically, when I cough, when I sneeze, when I sleep in my stomach, those are all no's. So I hate summertime, I hate springtime sometimes because
So it's
of
like
pollen.
debate the
Because
case.
that contraction, really, I
Okay.
feel that. When it comes to sleeping in my stomach, that's not going to happen. I mean, that's probably some of the most pain I've
You're
endured.
injured.
And
Okay.
that goes back to the Saints. When I was practicing, everything was fine. The NFL's easy. Once you bust your ass and you pay dues anything in this world, you be successful. Simple as that. I got hit during practice and I felt a sharp pain through my legs. And it felt as though like when you wake up and you feel the spiders and the tingling and numbing sensation, that's what it felt like, sporadically up and down.
Okay.
And then followed by, it felt like someone took a hot knife, put it over the stove,
and jab
it back and forth in your back.
Hmm.
So now when I experience back pain, whether it's sleeping on my stomach, sneezing or coughing too hard, if you could picture someone taking a knife, putting it in the stove and going back and forth for about, 15, 20 minutes off and on, sporadically throughout the course of the day, that'll take a toll on you, both mentally and physically. Trust me on that one.
See.
At the same